Well, hey everyone, it's me here, Kimmel, back here with another video. It's been a while, and this is my next to last YouTube video. And I'll have more to say about that in the next video, of course, my last one. For now, what I want to do is bring to a conclusion something that I have chronicled for the past 8 years. I've done other things, but I've also chronicled over the past 8 years the construction of this addition on my house that I'm standing in now. 24 foot by 24 foot. I've got a playlist on this channel that goes back to the beginning when we were digging the foundation. And I've made a lot of videos here, and it's been a great opportunity to show you many different things. Okay, you know that if you've been watching. It's done. The last thing was the bedroom here and the bathroom. I'm going to show you that. You've seen the rest of it here in previous videos. For review purposes, I guess I could say that this 24 foot by 24 foot addition is the senior citizen edition for my wife and I. We built our home. I have a video about it showing how we built it in the 80s without a mortgage, and we built it as we had money. It was only 16 feet by 24 feet to start with. We added on a couple times, but we never added on and got an upstairs or a downstairs bedroom and bathroom. And that's what this addition is about. We got the downstairs bedroom, downstairs bathroom. It's handicapped accessible. We've got a larger room here facing south for our family, which grew. Now 8 grandchildren, 3 kids. Almost all of them are local. So we gather here. This room, it allows us to have more room, much needed room. I'll tell you something interesting. It's interesting to me. I budgeted $40,000 for this addition 8 years ago. I figured I ought to be able to do it for $40,000. Well, it went over budget. I don't know exactly how much, but it went way over that amount. It's done well though. It's done better than the other additions on the house. Not that they were done poorly, but I didn't have money for windows and doors and flooring and fixtures back then like I do now. We put a lot of quality into this. So the idea is my wife and I will be able to live here and access this first floor as we get older. I'm 68, she's not much behind me. We want to be responsible. We don't want to be a burden on our children any more than need be. And so we've created this space and we're enjoying it immensely. I want to show you the bedroom, the bathroom, to finish off what I started by showing you all the rest. Now, when we go in here, I've got lights set up because it's in a northwest corner of our house and it doesn't get much natural light. It's a beautiful sunny day out here, but the room is not light. The ceiling lights light it up adequately, but the walls without extra lighting look gray. They look terrible. And they're actually green. So the lights help. That's why you'll see lights in there. Let's go in and I'll show you what we got here. All right. First off, the flooring, the vinyl plank flooring. We're very happy with this. And I got it to flow right on through without a threshold. And I've got the wide baseboard. That was a recent last video. The colors, yeah, it's looking kind of gray still, but it's a green. Trust me, it's a pretty green. And the windows trimmed out in the farmhouse style. Okay, and this door here. And yeah, there's the room. Okay, yep. You've seen this room before if you watch. We got the rattan blind there. And you can see our beautiful view out the window of a truck, a box truck for storage. Oh well, for now. At least, okay? Here's the closet. We've got a mirror on the door. My wife says, oh, I love the mirror. I love the closet. And of course, that's what I want to hear from my wife. She's very happy. We haven't moved in. I don't know if you've noticed that yet. And here we have the hatchway into the crawl space. And I'll show you that I've got a little handle here. And there we go, just like that. I can hear my dehumidifier is on down there, and that is the encapsulated crawl space that I've showed in a previous video. Now over here, I'll try to get the light on it. I want to show you something that turned out really good. I'm really pleased with. There, you can see it a little better. Look at how nicely that is cut in. And I'd like to tell you that I'm just very skilled at painting, but I'm not. That cut in I did after watching a YouTube video. Now I'm going to show you a mistake that I made. Right there is a mistake. Do you see this plate is higher than this plate? When I put the boxes in, I leveled them perfectly. But if you will recall, those of you who've watched my videos, I use 4-inch square metal boxes with a plaster ring. And the plaster rings, when I put them on, I didn't get them level. So as a result, my switches here and here, not level. And that's a mistake. So I'm going to have to tear that all out. Yeah, that's disappointing. I hate to look at that and see that. By the way, these switches are outside lights. You always want to have switches in your bedroom that you can switch on to illuminate the outdoors, the yard around your house. I have lots of outdoor lighting, all 4 corners. I can light up my whole yard all the way around from inside the house. I don't have to go over by an outside door to do that. So look at that door, the color. There's solid panel raised pine, and look at the color on that one. That one right there, I stained and finished, and when I got to these doors, this one and the one on the bathroom over here, I forgot what stain I used, and I figured, oh, I'll just use, this stain I had. I thought it was right. When I put it on, I realized, whoa, that's not right, but I'm just going to go with it. And I did. It's okay. I can live with that. And I decided to buy an inexpensive HVLP sprayer on Amazon to finish the door, to get the finish on. And it did such a good job. I brush finished over here. It did okay, but the spray finish was the way to go, okay? And of course, I'm particular about my doors. I want them to latch very nicely. Here, see that? No rattle. Yeah. Let me show you the bathroom. I got a marble threshold with a tile floor, and there's a transition strip, oak, stained pretty close to the floor. Allows the floor to expand and contract. And we've got that tub. There's the 400-pound tub that I moved in. Had a video about that. We've got all the grab bars. I had a video showing the grab bars, how to get blocking in for them. And we'll come around here. Got some funky looking lights up there. I've got a big mirror. This is a mirror I made. I have a video about making your own mirror. Okay. And I got that piece of glass at Lowe's for $10. It was on sale. 1/4 inch thick. Was a real challenge to cut. 1/4 inch. In fact, I think I have a video about that where I'm cutting 1/4 inch mirror for another mirror. Pedestal sink. I'm fond of pedestal sinks because you don't have a box under there that gets all filled up with stuff. And we've got another grab bar toilet. You see the escutcheon over there. I have a video in the past I made about PVC escutcheons. And I have PVC escutcheons there, okay? We've got the high baseboard, we've got the wainscot, got my cove and bead top cap there, the things I've all mentioned in previous videos. Okay, we'll pivot around here. I mentioned we have a ceiling fan. That's a kind of a nice feature. We don't have ceilings high enough for ceiling fans in the rest of the house, the old part. Okay, washing machine and dryer. The dryer is still upstairs, and I have to, this would be the very last thing to do. I got to cut a hole for the exhaust for that dryer. But yeah, I can do it. I got a light here too. Lights that right up. It's like more light than we need. But the older you get, the more light you need. And we got plenty. Now, I want to show you something right here. This is not the standard tub spout. This is a tub spout that seals really well. It pulls out here. It's just a better quality tub spout. So let me just show you. See how well that seals? Most tub spouts do not seal like that. Turn the water off. Yeah, I watched a YouTube bought a plumber. He said these are the tub spouts to get because they seal so well. I did a YouTube about caulking. See that at the base of the tub? It makes me look like I really know what I'm doing, but it was the tools, the caulking tools that make it easier and allow you to do amazing things. Oh, one more thing I should mention is that I do have a ceiling fan here, and I have a remote. Well, let's get it. Yeah, there we go. It's a 6-inch pipe, and it goes up to a remote fan. Very good quality remote fan. We have a switch for it here. I may end up putting in a switch on a timer. We have a similar fan upstairs. They're quiet. You forget to turn them off. So a timer works really well for them. That's it. That's the tour. It's all done. The ceiling fan. These ceilings are a little less than 10 foot, which is something we haven't experienced in the rest of the house. Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.